What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna do a little Prelude vlog. Take a little break from doing the engine bay and all that fun stuff because I got a little package in the mail. And I've been waiting on this package because I wanted to test these products myself on what we're gonna be doing today, but I had to get the package first. So I was sent a little care package from Super Clean to test out their degreasers on the Prelude projects. This is a wheel cleaner, so we'll use this another day. And then they also sent the degreaser in aerosol form. So in addition to the degreasers, they also sent me this really nice trucker cap, which is pretty dope, and a free shirt that I will totally wear to work in the garage and stuff here now. So I'm actually probably going to use this because it's pretty sunny out today and I don't want to burn my scalp while I'm doing what we're going to be doing. So let me pull that off and I'll go ahead and wear that today because it matches my outfit. So what we're doing today, I'm sure that if you've been following along, you remember the donor car that is sitting down the road a ways at my in-laws' house that has the engine for the Prelude in it. Well, the plan today is to go down with these degreasers that I have here in the box now, and basically we're going to pressure wash the engine now that it's been removed from the Prelude. Now I know the last time you saw the engine, it was definitely still in the car. But I did go down the other weekend and remove it and didn't record the process doing that since there are a lot of videos of that exactly on YouTube already. So with that said, the engine did come out successfully and nothing was broken at the end, which was always a bonus. So for now, let me go ahead and finish loading the car, and once we get there, I'll show you the current state of the donor, and we'll get started. So here we are, and as you can see, the entire front end is off, and the suspension components are on that trailer over there. Here's the motor, and what I did do off camera was cut fingers off latex gloves to help block the entrances to the motor to prevent water and degreaser from getting into those areas to a minimum. I also took duct tape, and I put it across these exhaust ports here to help protect that as well. So hopefully, this should help mitigate a lot of the water and degreaser getting in. There should be some, but this should help alleviate a lot of it. Now the goal for today is to not have this thing spotless, but merely clean enough to take it to the garage back home and not have a huge mess on my hands. As you know from previous videos, my house is on a hill and it'll be very complicated wheeling this thing in and out of the garage to clean it because of that hill. So getting this thing saturated and super clean and getting it rinsed off here is what the goal is, and I'm gonna go ahead and get that started and we'll see what happens. So it turns out not only was this thing covered in grease and oil, but it was also painted at some point. I'm going to go ahead and put a side-by-side up right here so you can see what the Super Clean and a pressure washer have already been able to achieve in cleaning this motor. And so far you can really see the difference right here in the transmission area. So back here in the back you can still see some of the paint that's stuck in spots, but since degreaser isn't a paint stripper or remover, that's to be expected. So now knowing that mostly of what's left is paint, I think I'm going to go buy some paint remover real quick, douse the engine in that, and then let it sit for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then reassess. Alright, so now that the stripper's been sitting for about 20-30 minutes, let's see how it looks after hitting it with a pressure washer again. And depending on that outcome, we'll decide if we degrease it one more time or not. So after 2 rounds of pressure washing using Super Clean and paint stripper, I gotta say this thing looks amazing given the 40 minutes of work I have invested into it. There is some paint left, but nothing that I can't remove myself with a wire brush and a little bit more spray once I get it home and get in back in the garage. So overall, I gotta say I'm super pleased with the results of this process. And once more, here's a side-by-side comparison showing the before and after. And it really is a night and day difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing covered up and tied down and head back to the house so I can show you some other things I've been working on off camera that I didn't record. And then we'll get this video closed out. Over the last 2 or 3 months, I found 3 Preludes in and around my area in junkyards. And I was able to pull quite a bit of parts to finish the interior of the car, at least, in addition to some other stuff that I can use on the car in the future. As you can see here, this red Prelude was a 97. It was in a junkyard in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And from it, I was able to pull this red fender, which I got for about $25, which is really, really nice. It's in damn near perfect condition. There's no dents, there's some rock chips, but nothing that I can't sand and prime and fix up relatively easy. I was also able to pull 2/3 of an exhaust off that same car for $11. The downpipe was cut in half when they pulled the engine out. Instead of disconnecting it from the header like a decent human being, they just went ahead and cut it to make it fast. So that sucked, but it'll be cheaper for me to get a downpipe made than it will be to buy a completely new exhaust. So overall, $12, that was a really good score. What you may or may not remember that I was missing from inside was all of the factory floor mats, the OBD2 carpet cover, and all of the plastic trim caps that went behind the back seats, and the back floor mats. So I was able to find all of those things as well in the cars that I found in and around my area. As you can see in the pictures and video here of the floor mats, when I got them, they were disgusting. I cleaned them with Super Clean to start, and then pressure washed them out, and then used a carpet cleaner to finish the rest of the job. At one point, I even hit them with a drill with a brush attachment, and that really did the trick. So as you can see, these mats came really, really clean. This is the dirtiest one still, and even it looks great given its 20-year condition. So I couldn't be more pleased about that. Another small thing I did that I didn't feel like recording because it was more or less a trial and error thing was I refreshed and updated the Prelude badge that was on the honeycomb grill here. So all of the chrome letters were peeling, and I was looking for a replacement, and some guys wanted $60, $80 just for the badge. And I thought that was insane. So what I ended up doing was I separated the backing from the acrylic piece and basically dipped the whole thing in paint stripper. Peeled all of the original paint out of the letters and layer by layer filled the red with model paint until it was level, and then painted the entire back with black gloss paint and then finished it off with a 2K clear. And as you can see, it looks really, really good. So bumper needs a lot of work still, but at least the grill is mint. As you can see, I was in desperate need of new visors because these were the visors that came in the car. One was missing the mirror completely, and the other one had the cover broken. So I knew I needed new mirrors. And by luck, I ran into a guy that owns a Prelude here in town named Matt. And me and him just got to talking about the project and how the interior was coming along and everything else. And I mentioned that my mirrors and visors were the only part of the car, interior-wise, that I needed still to replace. And I swear to God, this guy reached in his trunk and pulled out a set of visors that he had extra and gave them to me free of charge. And I could not have been more pleased. The guy came in clutch for me, and I am excited to have met him. I definitely plan on linking up with Matt again in the future so we can do some wrenching together because he's a very knowledgeable guy, and I can't wait to learn what he knows about these cars because it'll be definitely helpful in the future. The last thing I did pick up over the past couple months, I picked up this beauty here from another Prelude owner in town named Gabe. He's helped me a lot in questions and answers, and has been following along with the car so far and hits me up with, his suggestions and recommendations, which I highly value. So I'm going to do some minor sanding on this and refinish it once I get the engine and stuff put back in the car, and this will finish off the engine bay. So got this for a really good deal too from him, and it also came with all of the seals and the gaskets, so another good deal. That said, pretty much gonna end this video here. That's what I've done to the car off camera that I haven't shown you. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back to working on the engine bay. If you're new to the channel, thanks for watching. I highly encourage that you subscribe and follow along with the car. And if you don't want to, that's fine. Just drop a thumbs up or thumbs down and a comment Let me know what you think and how I could improve the channel and the content to make it better for the future. That said, have a good day, and I will see hopefully all of you on the next one.